Hi, I'm Elliot Koolik. Welcome to Real Estate Today. Buying, selling, or investing in real estate is a very important decision. And there are so many questions and answers, and what is the right way to build your home, or the right way to show it when you're trying to sell it? Do I need a mortgage? Do I need an interior designer? So many times I'm asked, should I get an architect, or can I kind of do it myself? And I think there are a lot of misconceptions and sometimes mistakes that people make when they try to buy by themselves, either through the internet or through a realtor, or when they try to sell themselves, or should they use a realtor, should they not use a realtor? So through the use of this show, Real Estate Today, we are going to show you, by bringing leading experts onto the show, and not only asking them the general questions that kind of some people know, but we're going to ask them specific real-life questions and really get down and dirty and find out the right way to buy, sell, or invest. So welcome to Real Estate Today. Let's get started. Hi, we're here at Majestic Mortgage on Glades Road, right near the Cheesecake Factory in Boca Raton, Florida. Mark has been doing mortgages for about 15 years, and I think he'll have a lot of great answers for us. So let's go meet him. Hey, Mark.
Hey, Elliot. How are you?
Good, let's get started.
Great.
Mortgages. What do we really want to know about what's happening with mortgage trends right now? Mark, what are the majority of the questions that tend to be asked to you when someone's looking to, get a mortgage, make application with your company?
Elliot, I get the same question asked on a regular basis.
Right.
Clients are constantly calling, asking what is the current rate today, or what are the closing costs? And it's a loaded question because every client has specific needs and goals, and if I was just going to offer a straight 30-year fixed mortgage, I can quote that all day long. That may not be the best program or product, and not tied to the right closing costs for that specific client.
Right.
So what I need to do is consult that client and figure out their short-term and long-term goals, and then assess what the rate and program is going to be.
Do you think that sometimes most of your clients really don't? I mean, it seems like it's a very confusing process. There's so many mortgages out there. You can go to a bank, you can go online, you can go to a retail mortgage broker that represents a lot of different lenders. So do you find that most people really know what the right products to even ask for?
A lot of clients do have some information that they come to the table with where they feel that they know exactly what's correct for them. Some of these clients can walk right into a bank and they have perfect credit and a perfect loan scenario. If they need any type of creative type financing, or they want to have some additional information offered to them, a mortgage broker is a great source. We deal with hundreds of different lenders, so we have access to thousands of different products and rates and terms and things along those lines. So it varies.
Right. It seems to me that there are so many different vehicles to be able to obtain a mortgage. So at your company, Majestic Mortgage, is there a way to handle the clients a little bit differently, that maybe the process can tend to go smoother? I mean, I would imagine it goes to how you treat your clients, just like in my business. If I treat all of our businesses clearly are referral based. So if you do the right thing, they tend to come back to you, and that's what we love. So how do you handle your clients to make sure that they're always handled properly?
One of the key aspects is asking the right questions and then listening to what the client is actually telling you, assessing what their short-term and long-term goals are, and then requesting the documentation that's needed up front. So we may have to put them through a little bit more of a time frame initially, but it avoids most of the headaches down the line, which then they're happy to tell their friends and family what kind of services we offer.
In the environment we're in right now, I mean, what kind of products do you see that most people are kind of trending toward? You hear a lot about interest only, you hear about fixed rates, and some of them are fixed for 5 years, 7 years. I mean, the list goes on and on. So for the people at home, how do you really par it down for them so they can make an informed decision and they feel comfortable with it?
Again, it comes down to asking the right questions, assessing what their short-term and long-term goals are. If a client is someone who's going to be either purchasing a new house that they're going to stay in for the next 30 years, for argument's sake, they have no intention of moving,
right,
then something that has a fixed term is what they need, a 15-year fixed or a 30-year fixed. Doesn't matter as far as how the rates change because they'll be set with that payment. If someone doesn't have those type of long-term goals, they're going to be in the property maybe 3 to 5 years. There's a lot of programs out there that they can save substantial money up front, and it won't matter by the time the rate changes after the fixed term is over, because they may no longer be in that property. So they have a 5-year term or a 3-year term or even a 1-year term or even a 1-month term.
All right, well, let me ask you maybe a little more specific question. It seems like a lot of people, at least a lot of friends, I'm 38, some of my own contemporaries are going with these interest-only loans. So what I want to understand is, do you think there's some potential pitfalls with going interest-only without the principal being reduced? Where it seems like some people are buying houses that maybe are a little more expensive than they should buy because purely they're going interest-only. So what do you see the long-term effects of people taking those type of loans?
Well, the big thing is that they're not going to have a principal reduction, so their balance is going to be the same at the end of the time frame.
Right.
It does free up cash to do other things because they're not paying that additional payment towards principal every month. So it has its benefits and its negatives as well. The benefit is maybe they can use that money for other investments and earn income off of that. The negative is that they're not on track to own their property free and clear at any
So, I mean, it's fair to say that some people have to be very prudent and make smart decisions because clearly they might have excess cash that would have been reducing principal, and they can be using that money to, really to save.
Right.
Mark, I think the final question, in wrapping up the segment, I think I want to really touch on is, at the end of the day, a customer can get a mortgage really in numerous places. But to make sure the process goes smooth, it's really about service and being attentive and being, as efficient as possible. Can you kind of talk about how you handle it and why you think the way you're doing it is really the right way to help your clients?
Sure. Again, like I've said before, if you ask the right questions up front, and you can provide the client with the best service available. If I do a detailed credit analysis with my clients, we assess their current financial situation, where they think they're going, and then I give options on different types of loan programs. And if we go through that process up front, there are no guessing throughout the process. There is no surprises. Things go smooth. And at the closing table, they got what they thought they were getting, and then there's no issues. If I leave out one of those steps, I'm not doing justice to the client. They end up not realizing what we've gone through to get to where we end up.
Well, it becomes a snowball because, as the person who tends to refer, mortgage business, it becomes such a snowball because if the process is inefficient with the mortgages, then, they're mad at you, they're mad at me, they're mad at everybody.
Right.
And, buying and selling is a very stressful time, and especially if, a lot of people have been upgrading lately to, beautiful homes. And, when you couple all the emotional side and all the detail of trying to get it done, it's, at least from my standpoint, the more efficient and the more organized the people, the customers, if they work with organized and efficient people, then everybody's happy, and then they can move into their house and live and enjoy it. So, all right, we'll be right back with Mark's senior loan processor, Michelle Mandelli.